When your stash is low, when your cash ain't full, when you need to max out your arsenal, it's time for Goodwill hunting. Wow. I'm sitting here a little bit stunned because it's the last day of the month as I'm shooting this, and there were some great picks here in February 2023. Let me just throw up the graph so we can take a quick look. Month to month, looking like a pretty solid month. Up in the high percentiles as far as volume goes. And as far as Februaries go, looks like the Februaries are pretty roller coastery. We got big ups and big downs. But specifically, I want to talk about that big block O epics. Same number of commons as epics in this, total of 27 blasters, bringing us up to 984. Now, I had planned on hitting 1,000 blasters, probably summer of 2023. It's the end of February now, and we are just one kind of mediocre month away from hitting 1,000. So that's pretty wild. But again, there's some blasters in here that I have been searching for quite some time. I'm excited. I'm hyped. I want to get testing these blasters. I want to see how they perform. Such a good month, partially because there were 2 lots on Facebook Marketplace that were just giving blasters away. Just throwing them out there into the world and saying, hey, take these. I don't want them. So, we're starting with the commons. Let's check them out. Numero uno, Big Shock. Works great. And of course, a Magnus. Also works great. Little high on the commons because of the 2 lots. We got a rough cut. That works great. Now, as I was just saying that I don't pick up commons that often, that, however, does not apply to this blaster. The Chronos, red, white, and blue, dropping down to common. Actually, blue might remain at uncommon for now, but I digress. These, although common, I will get them $5 or under every single time. I love this blaster that much. So with that said, we've got 2 red Chronos. What happened here? There's 1 ball. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. Oh no, brutal. Now, if 2 red Chronos were not enough, we've also got 3 white Chronos. Moving out of the commons and up to the uncommon. Ah, the lovely Vulcan. It has been a while. I see these from time to time, fairly frequently actually, but my Value Village charges between $12 and $15 for the Vulcan, and I just can't do it. But for some reason, somebody decided to tag this one at $6. Same Value Village, throwing it out there for $6. I just couldn't say no. Looks like it works, and it is actually pretty heavy. So, see if there are batteries. It even has batteries. That's wonderful. I see these quite a bit too, the Megalodon, but if it gets cheap enough, I'm down to get it. Looks like that works great. And a second one, even coming with its own little bandolier. Smells like dog. Alright, last of the uncommons, we got a Hyperfire, and it came with a drum that's actually full of darts. So, we'll just see if we can't rip through this real quick. And this drum is fairly rare, significantly more rare than the 25 round drum with the gray front, because I think it only came with... Goodness, now before I move on, I've forgotten, when you get a lot, you get a bunch of extra swag that you weren't really planning for. So we got a little magazine, a big magazine, and for whatever reason, the Firefly magazine that came with the Raven. We got a couple of rival masks, which I'd never seen before, plus some little ball cases, and of course, a ton of the rival flag. Let's move into the rares. We got a Sling Fire coming with, again, that more rare 25 round drum. Looks like that works. Yellow long shot. I think I was just complaining about how few of these I have. And again, another one of the orange front drums. I think this month alone, I've doubled the number of these that I have in my collection. Brutally awful, the performance of this, but still a rare. Last month, I was also talking about the good old Scavenger. This one actually came with some of the Scavenge components, as well as the magazine. Works. And of course, we're gonna slam fire this guy. That is wonderful. Now, this beauty again, the Saturn. I think it was epic when I first got it. Maybe it's dropping down to rare, but maybe not. I don't know. This is skirting the line between epic and rare for me still. Super happy to see it. The aesthetics, love it. Works great. Now, rare because it's been a long time, and this is one of my favorites coming from the Rebel line. Alongside a bunch of darts as well as the holster, we got a 4 Victory. Oh, this is... Whoops. Just doing a little aside again before I test the last 2 blasters in the rares, because one of these lots I was so happy about because it came 2 of the rival nickel metal hydride battery packs. Don't have to be slinging D's anymore if we want to test some of the big battery powered rivals. So with one of the lots we got Dose Chaos with the magazines, red and a blue. Happy to see these, last of the rares. Alright, first of the epics, we got a blue Sonic Ice Centurion blaster with a fun factor through the roof, and also because it was the Sonic Ice edition, we're calling that epic. Now, been running across a lot of Hades lately, and I love the Hades. It may just live in the epic category for me, although I have been seeing them quite a bit lately. I think this is the 3rd one I've seen in the last few months. Ooh, and that works great. Now, I don't even know which one of these to grab first because we are getting there. We got 2 Modulus Strifes. Haven't seen these out in the wild thrifting. As far as like still being out there sold, I think you can get these pretty cheap on Amazon. Probably like $28, $30, not on sale, maybe $20 if they are on sale, but I'd never seen these thrifting, don't have them. So we got 2 $6 Modulus Strifes. Epic for now, they will probably drop down just because they are still available in stores. And if you ignore this side, of course, which has nothing going on, the side here is actually very attractive. I love the green and white together. And it's good to feel a blaster that's still got springs in it. It still feels like a Nerf blaster. Extremely excited to grab this. 2 of them in the same day. What is this? Not only is it a mag strike, not only did it come with the clip, but it's the Iron Man version of the mag strike. They released a Hulk Titan and they released an Iron Man mag strike. This isn't crazy valuable, but I was super excited to see this. I'm hoping this holds air, because I may sound like a broken record, but if you see a mag strike out there in the wild, maybe test it, maybe not, but make sure you get it, because this is why you have to get it. Oh no, wow, all that buildup, that was sad. Not quite. Well, that was anticlimactic. I'm sorry for that. But there's been other thrifting videos where I found a mag strike that is fully functional. There are very few Nerf things that feel quite as good as ripping through an entire clip of the mag strike. 3 blasters left, 3 epics, and I am excited. We got, first up, the Hera. 2 of these came out in 2017, and 1 came out in 2019, and I have been actively looking for all 3 of these for nearly as long as they've been out. It's taken that long to hunt these down, whether through cheap online lots or thrifting at thrift stores, we finally tracked down the Hera. And it even sounds like, I guess I can see why this was in the thrift store. Taking a peek into the muzzle, it looks like only one of the motors is spinning. Not really a big deal, but moving along, we've got a Hypnos. I have been trying to track this down for a while. I see it online being sold, but I'm not paying $50 or something. I can't find it in stores online. I don't know what happened to this. It feels like it was released for a very short period of time, and it just doesn't show up anywhere. But very cool blaster. Got the foldable stock. This I didn't realize, it actually has a release for the magazine. That's a very nice feature. Pops it right out there for you. Appreciate that. Loads nicely. Works wonderfully. Feels good. Looks good. Fun gimmicks. Yeah, the Hypnos. I am sad there are not more of these out in the world because I would snap them up in a heartbeat. So, full on epic. Always looking for these. Actively seeking these. Never find them. So happy to have seen my first out there in the world. The Hypnos. Now, look at this. Even older than the Hypnos. Been on my target list forever. It is a nemesis. You can still buy these, I think, online, but I'm not spending $100 on a nemesis. I think all said and done, I paid like $6 for this. So, we're gonna give this guy a test. I'm going to town with this. I am very excited to see this. Let's just pour all the balls we can in here. And yes, if you were watching closely, I did accidentally pour a plastic clip thing into this, but we got it out. And now we're ready to test this borderline legendary for the amount of money I paid for it. Yes. Wonderful. I can do this all day. Let's do this all day. We got, shoot it at the ground. Get some balls in there. This month I was filling out those spaces in my rival collection that were just gaping holes for a long time. Whew! Oh no, I'm not even done. Before I close out, I did get one 35 round drum magazine. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I am spent. Till next time, you can be serious about Nerf, but don't take Nerf too seriously.